Are you serious, guys? Not again. Not again, please. Um, Here we go again. There's now four storms and one forming right now. Okay. Four storms and one forming right now. And the one that's forming could be the biggest problem of all. Let me tell you all about it right now, guys. Just a moment. Let me quick shout out, if you guys don't mind, for healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. Countless Americans will waste time, energy, money this year trying to reduce the wrinkles, but failing because they miss the real problem, which is a decrease in their natural collagen reserves. Let me explain. Scientists have found out that after you get age 20, your body starts producing about 12% less collagen each decade. And if you experience an excess of sagging skin or wrinkles for your age, you may be collagen deficient. Plus, knowing you should supplement collagen, and that's not good enough, you got to use the right type of collagen. And guys, that's why I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. That's right. Ageless Multi-Collagen by BioTrust. Ageless Multi-Collagen by BioTrust. Incredible. 5 different types. What? 5 different types of collagen, plant-based, fish-based. It's just incredible, guys. This will help you. It's 1 scoop of this in the soup or 1 scoop a day in the smoothie. You will start seeing a noticeable change in the elasticity of your skin, the smoothing out of the skin, the tightening of the skin, the better looking of the skin. You get that youthful glow going, that skin hydration going again. If you want, and you can save 53% off if you click on that link below this video at www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. October surprise. Boy, has this been an unbelievable webinar. And the feedback we're getting from people is, Pastor Paul, you nailed this one. These guys are incredible, especially there's 4 brand new speakers in this that we've never had. John, the AI expert, Pastor Greg Locke, Daniel Blow the Shofar guy. Those 3 guys right there were brand new. We've never had them on a webinar before. And David Nino Rodriguez, the heavyweight champion of the world. He was a heavyweight champion of Mexico. He was ranked number 12, undefeated, 35-0 with 32 knockouts. So brand new, never heard before. They're amazing. David Nino Rodriguez, he has a huge following on podcasting. First time, along with John, the AI expert, along with Pastor Greg Locke and Daniel Blow the Shofar. Those 4 are brand new. We've never had them on webinars before. There are others we have, but not. Dave Hodges a few times, Doug Hagman a few times, Troy Anderson a couple times. So this is a real fresh webinar. And of course, we got our favorites like Mike from around the world and Bart Begley, and those guys like are staples. But man, I tell you, this is an incredible, incredible webinar. Doug Hagman and Dave Hodges, these guys, and Clyde Lewis. We've had him a few times, but not a lot. So we just brought all these guys in because we knew they could talk about the October surprise. And man, we may be in for the first. And all of them had a different angle on what could happen. And the first one of them all could be starting right at midnight, October 1st, right at 12:01 a.m. And that would be a major strike by the longshoremen from Maine to Texas, all of the shipyards closing. It would affect half of our nation's goods: food, clothing, furniture, automobiles, parts for machines and computers, everything, half the fruit. This is an incredible. We can't have this. Not now. Not with the high inflation will go off the deep end. Just shoot out like a rocket ship if this happens. And then couple that with what's the disaster already in these states hit by Hurricane Helene. No, we can't have that. No, no, no. But we might. And talking about hurricanes, let's talk about that because we've got a very serious situation here now. And that is Hurricane Helene has left 102 people dead. There's still 600 people missing, and there's massive destruction. This will be the most costly hurricane in the history of the United States. This did more damage than any hurricane this nation's ever had. And now there's 5 storms that have formed in the Pacific. In the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, there's a couple storms in the Pacific too that have formed. Give me 1 second. Let me get my report. Just came. Okay. So, oh, Lord have mercy. The storm I'm talking about has not even got a name yet, but it will. And its name will be Milton. Okay. It will be a storm named Milton. Right now, as we speak, out in the Atlantic Ocean, there's a hurricane called Isaac, but it's going toward Europe. We're safe there. There's another storm called Joyce. Joyce is right in the middle of the Atlantic, not going to hurt us either. There's a monster that's forming right now in the Atlantic. It's Hurricane Kirk, but Hurricane Kirk is going to become a category probably 4, but should not bother us here in the United States. It's right in the middle of the Atlantic, and it's drifting north. We'll see if where it goes. It may wind up over in Europe causing serious problems. We'll wait and see. It's going to be a monster. And we have another storm that is just now developing off the coast of Africa. It's going to get a name. It will become Leslie. But the 5th storm that we're worried the most about, is a storm that hasn't even got a name yet, but it will. It's down in the Caribbean island. It's down in the Caribbeans, just like Hurricane Helene was. And it's going to organize itself as it shoots through the gap, just like Helene. It's going to go right in between Yucatan Peninsula and Cuba. It's going to land in that warm, hot water basin of the Gulf of Mexico. When it gets there, it will fully reorganize itself and form. It will get a name, and it will become Hurricane Milton. It is next. And the weird thing about it already is that some of the initial models show it when it organizes that it's going to hook. It's going to take a big hook and go right toward Tampa Bay area at this moment. Now, there's some models showing it hooking, going right for Miami. There's another model showing it hooking, going right toward the Big Bend area. There's another model showing it going up and hitting the coast of Louisiana, Mississippi area. Okay. So we're not sure, but most of them all show it hooking straight toward the center of Florida, like toward Tampa or Fort Myers, or maybe, Sarasota, Clearwater, just doing one of those things and shooting right across the state back into the Atlantic, where it would reform again and maybe then work its way up the East Coast. That would be the worst scenario. And we're just not sure which way this thing's going to go, okay? Even if it takes that big right hook and smashes into the Florida Keys and Miami, it would also shoot out into the Atlantic. And if it does that, it would reorganize and work its way up the coast as well. We don't know what it would do. So this is a storm that has not even got a name yet, but it will. It is not fully organized yet, but it will. It's not a tropical storm yet. It's not even a tropical depression yet. You say, then Begley, why worry about it? Because it's doing the exact same formula as Hurricane Helene. And its name will be Milton. Don't worry about Isaac, Joyce, Kirk, or Leslie, although Kirk will be a monster. Don't worry about them 4. You better worry about Milton. Remember, you heard it here first. And pray that this thing somehow stalls and dies or doesn't make its way into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, I have not spoken yet or seen any reports yet from BP Earthwatch. I'm sure he's watching it right now. He's probably waiting till it does a little bit more storms, and he'll see it, and then I'm sure we will hear from him, and hopefully he'll have a better report than what I'm telling you. Hopefully he'll say, "Don't worry, this thing is just going to break up, and it's not going to make it, and it's not going to organize. We're going to be okay." I'm hoping that's what he says. But I want to get out there and just give you a heads up. I'm first of all telling you, don't worry about these other storms. You better keep your eye. Now, if you live in England or if you live, in Ireland, you do want to keep your eye on Isaac, because Isaac is drifting right toward the European coast. Okay. So definitely keep an eye on that thing. But I'm concerned about a storm that hasn't even formed yet. And his name will be Milton. Milton. I see geese flying high above the water, a child fishing with his father in the rain. I can smell blackberry brandy and chocolate-covered candy. I see a soldier crying on a train, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long, as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walk the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. Oh, that's right. I feel the deepness of his weakness. I can taste the brandy sweetness at a roadside Idaho cafe. I can hear old Teddy laughing, Fitzgerald's toes a-tapping to the roaring sounds of yesterday. Falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long, as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walk the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And the light under the Tiffany lamp glows all night long, as I dream with weary wonder, leaving Earth before the dawn. I walk the lonely streets of Paris. I was lost and so afraid, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. And a shotgun blast echoed across the page, falling asleep, reading Hemingway. Make sure you check your emails. Heidi sent out emails last night. Make sure you check and make sure you got your email. And if you don't see it, you know what? Check your spam. Check the spam, ma'am. I mean, it could be there, but and get up to speed on everything going on, including our trip to Hyman, Pennsylvania. Saturday night, I'll be doing a live broadcast from Tri-State Ministries on Tri-State Ministries Facebook page. It will be live. It'll be a panel. We'll be discussing Revelation 9:11 and what's going on around the world prophetically. And if you want to attend and be a part of the live audience, you show up at the church. And you can be there for the live audience in the crowd. And this event is Saturday night, October 5th, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The next morning, I'll be preaching Sunday morning at Tri-State Ministries. I think that starts at 10 or 10:30 Sunday morning. So you don't want to miss that. Heidi and I will be there. It's going to be a great time in the Lord. It's always a great time when we're there. And then again that night at 6 p.m. Eastern, I'll be preaching again at Tri-State Ministries there in Hyman, Pennsylvania. All right. Find out all about that. I really want to see you guys. Everybody, it's been 4 years since I've been there. So some of you I haven't seen from and all this time. Drive, if you can drive back in there, do it. Come on. Some of you from Maryland, some of you from West Virginia, some of you, went throughout the area of Pennsylvania. Come on down to Hyman, Pennsylvania. I'd love to see you guys. And walk up and introduce yourself just say hi. I want to see you again. Okay. I want to give you a hug. I want to thank you for coming. It's going to be a great time in the Lord. I'll be back, guys. Keep an eye on the storms. Okay. Pray for the people that are in desperate situation developing in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. The dams are holding in Tennessee. We've been praying about that. Thank God for that. But there is some serious, significant situations developing and getting worse as the water's rising and as the water's coming down out of the mountains. Now, meanwhile, we'll be back. I'm going to talk to you. I'll be back a little bit to tell you what's happening and in the Middle East as it's critical and very, very interesting what's taking place there. There's just so much going on around the world prophetically, okay? And, of course, get your tickets for October Surprise. You can go to our website at paulbegleyprophecy.com, get your ticket and start watching. Or if you need a little help, you want to call and do it by phone, do that. Call 765-414-2230, and we'd love to hear from you. Get your ticket and don't miss October Surprise. I'll be back with more. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Thank you for supporting and tithing and being faithful givers. You're helping us send Bibles to people all over America and blankets to those that are very, very ill, anointed and prayed over, as well as chemo caps for those going through chemotherapy or radiation or different types of treatments, prayed over, anointed with oil and prayed over, or prayer cloths to those that are sick out there. All of that is paid for, the postage, everything. It's all, we do it all, send it all out for free. And we thank you guys for supporting and being a part of this great ministry. I think that you guys are touching the world. There was a lot of people saved last night again. I don't know the number. Plus there was several more already on the archives this morning I've seen. So people are coming to Jesus. Let's keep getting them to the Lord. And you know what? Amen. 30 people getting baptized yesterday under the big tent. Freedom Fellowship was just amazing. God is saving the lost. God is saving the lost. All the glory, all the praise, all the worship belongs to Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord. God bless all of you. I'll be back.